Hey Taurus, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for October 28th, 2024. This is for Taurus slash shuffle for Taurus. Let's see what's going on. Taurus, we have new beginnings here and we have family. So there's a lot going on with your family. There seems to be a family unit that has gone through a lot, and it seems like maybe they've gone through trauma. I'm seeing like a purple heart may be important to you. Some of you may have been dealing with like veterans issues with your when it comes to your family. Um, I'm seeing that your family is starting fresh, wanting to start over. The new beginnings with them, it seems like they're walking away from their sadness or their trauma. It seems like they're done with something that's not working for them anymore. Very painful things. This is very painful, it seems like, with family. You may be cutting off certain family members for some of you, and maybe addiction that may be an issue. It seems like perhaps like some people in your family, they're starting fresh, like they're realizing that they have to uh yeah it's like almost as though your family may feel like they were taken advantage of in so many ways, not necessarily by you, but like the people around them. um Five of Cups, Three of Cups twice, the Devil. This would tell me that it looks like there's people, the new beginnings aspect would tell me that there's there so this looks like with the okay, so with the Five of Cups, Three of Cups twice, and the Devil, some of you may have, with the new beginnings, they're turning over, and to some degree, your family may be turning over a new leaf. But family with the Ten of Swords and Four of Swords, they're done with being beaten down by some sort of an addiction, and someone here. They're also speaking a lot about how it's a lot of people. It seems like you're breaking free from depression. That also too by being influenced by other people's depression. There may be some. There's the third party here twice, which tells me that there's a lot of people that are influenced by other people and they're influencing you. It's like everyone is kind of not necessarily codependent, but there's third party coming in influencing some of the family, and then the family comes and influences you. They feel so down and so low, and they're trying. A lot of people are trying to, it seems like, ignore an issue, ignore a pain, something painful that needs to stop. um, and it just looks like for you, you are starting to realize that there's hope after so much sadness, and it seems like sadness has passed down. Okay, it seems like everyone's been through a battle in your family, or this family grouping here has been through a battle. Now the commitment is a Nine of Wands, and Temperance is to heal, but to take our time and to be open to things balancing out, not necessarily on their own, but doing our part. That's where you're at. Like you're saying in this energy, I'm doing my part to balance something out. I'm going to be patient and I'm going to continue to fight. But it also looks like the commitment is speaking a lot about how you may feel alone in some aspects of this, and feeling let down by other people involved. Like everyone else is supposed to be a part of the process, and you may find that others are influenced by others. You know, there's so much energy of like no one's acting on their own volition here. The commitment though, for you, something happens and it makes you realize that you've got to be very patient, but also continue to work as hard as you can, um, to overcome whatever the challenge is. A lot of the challenges are emotional, and the angels of the four directions, by emotional, this may mean that you're disappointed by other people. um, the angels of the four directions, though, with Wheel of Fortune and Two of Cups, would tell me that the angels are trying to, they're assisting in things changing, of you being able to. Um, so here's the weird part: you may find that you're being rejected by other people. You may find that you're being, I won't say ignored, but it's mostly rejected or not taken as seriously by other people, and the angels are doing this on purpose, because the problem is that other people have to contemplate their own salvation. It's important that you are not and they are not codependent, and or too much influence is being, like, everyone is, it seems like, is being influenced by the next person, and spirit is cutting that at the cord, right at the, coming off the hip with it, like, hey, we're going to cause it where people are not really paying much attention to where you're at, because they need to be focusing on where they're at and getting out of whatever issues they're dealing with. They need to do that for themselves. They can't be influenced by you and then continuously blaming you for why they can't be a certain way, and then you're able to blame them for why things can't be a certain way. Spirit is saying right now, we're trying to align you to where you need to be. A new leaf needs to be turned over. There needs to be a change. The tables need to turn. Therefore, we're going to make it where they don't even listen to you. They're ignoring you. You may feel rejected by what, you may be saying something about this, and they're rejecting you. They're not listening to you, and spirit is doing that on purpose because they're trying to change something. We need to align, but we need to align in a place where we're reevaluating where we are as people. And they're showing a purple heart energy here, which would tell me that this is true love. This is true compassion. This would be true unconditional love here. Okay? Unconditional love, where we're committed to being patient, understanding, fighting the good fight, where we're not blaming each other for the issues. We're not saying, well, they made me sad, that's why I'm acting this way. Well, Taurus made me sad, that's why I'm acting this way. And then you could go back and do all this. There's so much energy of this mess that it's like everyone's blaming the other person instead of looking at themselves. You know how they say when you're pointing at someone else, 3 fingers are pointing right back at you? And it's like that's the energy that I'm seeing people in, where they're blaming others instead of looking at where they're at and trying to take responsibility for their own emotional well-being. And spirit's trying to separate you from this, so that you can reevaluate where you are truly and others are where they are. So family energy here, something has to stop. Something has to stop, and peace needs to be restored. And so they're saying that everyone's sabotaging each other by focusing on the next person instead of themselves. There may even be addiction, some issues with addiction here, where everyone's kind of like partying and trying to ignore their problems, maybe drinking, overindulging in something, spending too much time palavering with their fellow man instead of focusing on healing whatever is going on with them, and then blaming you for why. Well, Taurus bought the beer. It's like, but you are an adult, or you have to be responsible for your own thing. And same with you, Taurus. So I'm seeing spirit. The angels are purposely causing others, the relationships dynamics to change. So hopefully this helps. We're dealing with here Sagittarius very strongly, or Capricorn. So you could be dealing with the Sagittarius Capricorn cusp as well. If you're not dealing with those signs, which you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.